In this video, I'll be talking about all 3 books in the 3-Body Problem series. The correct name for this series is The Remembrance of Earth's Past, but much like how George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire is simply known as Game of Thrones, I'll be referring to the entire series as the 3-Body Problem. The work is wildly popular. It's been discussed for years and will be discussed for years more. Netflix is making a series out of this, and if it's good, it'll give this thing even more years. Part of what's made this series so popular are sci-fi elements that start off grounded, and then end up not even amongst the stars, but somehow somewhere at the end of the universe and beyond. It also takes the time to hold your hand and explain the science of what exactly is going on, making everything feel possible, even if you are well aware of the fact that if you try to explain everything to a friend, you'd sound ridiculous. You're just reading and wondering, how could someone be so imaginative? How could someone create such a world? It's a talent to be jealous of, and really is very evocative of how Tolkien is so imaginative with Lord of the Rings. It also helps that the first book in the series, The 1st-Body Problem, is a solid read. It draws you in so quickly, has the most interesting characters, and the novel has strong elements of a mystery novel. It just so happens that this mystery involves physics. Where I draw the line is the sheer amount of terror this series people proclaim it inspires. Reading reviews, asking people their thoughts, they view this series as more horrifying than anything and start struggling to come to terms with their place in the universe. And this is understandable. The series emphasizes how small we are as a species and how unequipped we are to face the cosmos. The cosmos itself is a cold and cruel place, and the fact that we aren't much better to each other doesn't help. Solutions are bogged down by an inability to cooperate across political lines. We over-exaggerate our abilities, and our short lifespans means humankind as a whole have short memories, leaving us with the whimsical temperament of a child. People go from heroes to villains to heroes again. We get by on a series of miracles from 1 or 2 extraordinary individuals, but how long can this last? However, after the first novel, the characters start to become weaker. You go from people who are heartlessly oppressed and become monsters with a warm smile, to characters that are strictly a plot device and are not allowed to be anything else. Twists and turns start to feel like they're happening because the author decrees it, instead of it being a natural series of events. Relationships that are meant to give characters purpose or drive start to make you roll your eyes, because you don't really understand why these 2 people are so crazy about each other, and you wonder if it's not too early to be throwing googly eyes at someone when people just died a few pages back. Characters from centuries prior just seem to randomly pop up, as if everything is a play, and they're just waiting backstage to run on the director's call. All this together reduces the terror, existentialism, and heartbreak that you feel, because it's a terrifying scenario these people find themselves in, yes, but it's a scenario they find themselves in due to their own incompetence. It's the equivalent of someone saying they need to split up to investigate the mysterious sound in the complete dark of the abandoned warehouse where the freaky devil cut had murdered everyone. You don't feel terror in these situations, you feel frustration, because what in the hell are these people doing? What are they thinking? If you truly want to experience the terror and dread many have mentioned, my recommendation is to find a synopsis. Many have read Wikipedia summaries and experienced some of the best this series has to offer without any of the annoyances. If you want to experience the sci-fi parts fully, then the synopsis won't do it justice. A lot of this series is just explaining the science of what exactly is going on. And if you're looking for a good book, then try out the first. If you don't like it, or you end up on the fence about it, don't proceed. You're not going to enjoy your time moving forward. Overall, I don't regret my time with this series. While I didn't enjoy every part of it, I did enjoy it. The world is so imaginative. I always wanted to know where it was going, regardless of how annoyed I was with the characters or the plot in that specific moment. At the very least, I recommend giving it a shot. Thank you.